want to make sure there are printed copies this time.
Is the banyan tree still outside?
No, it's gone now.
He smiled when he said that.
That's right. Good job, Ian. Good job, Ian. Good.
Okay. All right, Chair. They'll control.
You control these? Who controls it?
I have it.
Can you turn it on?
Well, let's start the meeting first.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Oh, yours is not on your computer?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on, it just, usually it showed me the agenda right there.
Oh, no, the agenda's not on there, only the PowerPoint.
Oh, okay, okay. There you go. This one then.
It's just review of the minutes and then the discussion items.
I'd like to call the meeting to order at 5:31. Would the clerk please call the roll? Here.
Jerry Taylor, Chair. David Katz, Vice Chair.
Present.
Angela Tryanowski.
Present.
Reverend Dames.
Here.
Dr. Pasilli.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. We need a motion to approve the minutes from the October 6th Charter Review Committee meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
The motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. The motion is unanimous.
Before we move to the next item, you will not get an opportunity to review the meeting minutes for this and approve them. But with your permission, I would still like the meeting minutes attached to this October 21 report to the commission. Are we in agreement with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can they be emailed to us?
Yeah, I can email them.
Okay.
Catherine, so we need the meetings for this meeting prior to October 21. Do you think you could possibly email them to the board by Friday? Yes. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, then go to 3A, which is discussion of the Charter Review proposed ordinances. Did anybody on the committee like to make any comment?
Which one are you at, Jerry?
All of them, anyone you want.
Proposed.
Well, if you would look at the report that
Yeah.
my office prepared, they're all attached there. I don't know if you had a chance to review that. Okay.
Yeah.
If I could, if you could explain, because we had a conversation about this, the supermajority, and he just left the word supermajority in as opposed to the numbers 4-1.
Correct. So, part of our job as lawyers is to think forward. And right now, our city has been with 5 board members. There could be some point, especially with annexation, that we might have another district. So if we leave it as 4-1, then we have to go back and change the charter. If we just call it a supermajority, that will always carry the weight that it's going to take, not a simple majority. So we decided that actually just calling it a supermajority makes it easier in case the city does ever gets bigger and gets a bigger board.
Is the word supermajority or simple majority, are those legal terms?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
I had a question on Amendment 3, Charter Section 5.
Are you talking about that in the report, Jerry?
Pardon?
Are you looking at the
Report.
PowerPoint?
No, on this.
Okay, he's looking at
Oh,
the PowerPoint.
you're looking at the PowerPoint.
On the
page?
policy one that they.
I thought we were looking at the report.
Okay.
Yeah, what-
Let's do that. Before we'll move on through the PowerPoint real quick. Does anyone have any other comments? Or unless, obviously, your comments may go
It has to
into the
do with,
report.
well, it has with what's written on here.
Right. Okay. So I'll just go through the PowerPoint quickly. And Ian put this together, so thank you, Ian.
Okay,
So on the first page, it's just introducing the committee and then going through what the purpose of the committee and what was supposed to be done.
yes.
For that, is it worth adding as well that we looked at what can we do now versus in the future?
I think that's in here, the tiers, I
okay.
believe, yeah.
It's kind of in there, yeah, at the end.
It's, it's not in the
didn't see it in the
presentation?
PowerPoint.
Yeah, it is.
You want it as part of the presentation?
I think I saw those
I
tiers.
think it covers that here at the end.
At the end, we talked about other things that we believe that there's conducting
Committee
reviews.
observations, is that what you're
Right.
talking about?
Yeah, committee observations, we talked about it.
What I'm saying is, we're gonna continue this for another year, correct?
Correct.
So there are still things that we're not doing in the short term. So there's kind of a short, really, really short term.
Correct.
Additional short term, which is an additional year. And then as the review, at least every 10 years. So I don't think that that's very clear
Okay,
within this.
I can clarify
You're
that.
presenting, so maybe not, but the fact that when we talked about those 21 things, it's just, we had a list of like 20 to 25 things, and we
Right.
said, there's immediate things that need to be done.
Right.
And then there's short term, and then there's what may be done in the next 10 years. I don't know if that's worth writing here.
Right. I
just for-
believe we have about quite a few slides, and I don't want to overwhelm them with too much information about what we're doing in the future. I would probably add that to the report that says, in addition to these items, the board will continue to look. I mean, I guess we can, whatever your direction is.
I think from
Can I
the.
help you out? Can I help you out?
Let me finish and then.
Okay, I wanna help you
Because
out.
the 5 people that are up there, we have to make sure that they remember that it's now, like, we want to make sure every single person remembers that it's not just this, that there is going to be a whole other year following this of charter review. So I think for the benefit of both the board and the public to understand that, so that's where I believe just what are we tasked with? Because to me, that was a big part of prioritizing immediacy and 1 year, so help me out.
I was going to say that during the presentation, that you as a board member want to come up and say exactly what you just said and express that to the commission. And they already know that this is going to be a continuing committee. So
We'll
just go ahead and do that.
We'll find a place
Okay.
to stick it in there.
We don't have to put it in the presentation if nobody thinks it needs to go. I do think it needs to be stated.
Yep.
Well, even if we did come up with something later, when could they ever put that back, change the charter again?
It would be at the next municipal election, which I
Be in
believe is
Next to
in
municipal election?
28.
Okay,
28, correct.
yeah, okay.
I
Alright.
mean, technically, they could call for a referendum in 27, but I can tell you financially,
SOE wouldn't put it on.
correct. Because the amount the city pays to hold an election.
Yeah, that would be just too cost
the
prohibitive.
SOE will
And
not
so
put it
that's
on.
why if we're already doing it, then they tend to put them on, but they don't put them on if in a year where we don't have any elections.
So perhaps then the place to say it would be in the additional considerations, just reminding
Okay, we'll
both the public and the board.
Sure. Okay, so on this slide, Ian, can you add page numbers to the slides? Okay, and then also that blurb? All right. And here we're just talking about what we are doing.
Can we go back to Angela's comment then? So are you saying that in the additional committee observation slide, that we would just have a half a sentence saying, as this committee progresses for the next year, additional?
Yes.
I think they know
Yeah.
that, I don't know.
But
what it
I
means.
just,
I do think that they know that, but does everybody, it's
Maybe
not
the
just
public
for the
doesn't know.
board, it's for
Yeah.
the public too, the people watching. So I want to make sure that everybody remembers that it's going to continue for a full year, as well as the people that are watching, because we looked at it, there's a lot of things that could be done. And we decided on the top priorities from a timeline perspective, right?
Perfect.
So we know that there's more work to be done.
thank you.
I got a question which has nothing to do with this. Will we, as this committee, have to fill out a Form 6?
No.
Good, okay.
So
Well,
Angela,
I can
You
tell
don't want to
you,
know
I can tell you right now, there is a temporary injunction
on that form.
on that form. I don't know if it will be permanent. If it becomes permanent, I don't know if it's only going to apply to those people who were part of that lawsuit, or if the court will make it permanent across the board. But as of right now, you do not.
Okay.
Form 6 is a financial disclosure form. Do they have to do a?
They want to know what
On a
art
voter.
you have,
Oh, I
they-
know.
everything.
I know what you.
I'm not doing that.
So,
Well,
the,
if it does come to that point, I'm gone.
I'm gone. I'm not doing that.
So I want to make sure, just to conclude that point, just want to make sure people know that we know that there's more that can possibly be done. We just want to make sure that they know that we're prioritizing and that there's still more work to be done in the next round.
to your
I
point,
can-
Angela.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I tend to agree with you because we have a new representative from District 2 who will be sitting here come March of next year. So I think that that should be included in there so that whoever sits in number 2 will be aware that there's future conversations to be considered as far as the amendments are concerned. So, yeah, I'm in favor.
If it works out for you, rather than reprinting everything, I can mention that in my presentation and
Or even
bring all
Angela
that
can.
out. That
Perfect.
these are just our first 5, and that this committee will continue on and bring other issues if they come up.
I think that would
work okay?
suffice, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
good with that.
Sorry, maybe as part of the slide, you just say, these are the initial 5 with the limited
Right.
time we have, and as we continue.
The committee will continue on, and we could bring up other
I can
stuff.
create a script for you, if you would actually like, based upon the slide, or if you're good at on your feet, whatever's easier for you.
He's good on his feet.
I can
I'll let him answer.
I can bring it up.
You're gonna wing it?
I'll bring it up.
Okay, great.
Okay, that's, the preamble will be the first one.
Yes,
We
so
bring
we're
up-
gonna talk about the preamble here.
Anybody have any other questions? We approved the preamble
Yes,
the
we
last
did.
meeting. It's there if you want to read it. Okay. I think we're all okay with that.
Yes.
Okay, the next one is the candidate qualification, that's where we got the word continuously put in there, continuous.
Correct.
Okay, and then on the third one, term length and limits. That's where I had one little question on what
Okay,
we had
sure.
here. The, when you read this, it tells you that on the 1, 2, 3, fourth thing down, establishes that resignation or forfeiture of an office during any part of a term counts as serving a full term.
Oh, that's not correct.
That's C, because down below there, then underneath there, you were say,
It's supposed to be half a term.
it's, on the ballot question, it says, clarify that serving more than half a full term constitutes a complete term.
You're correct.
And I think we want it to be, any part of the term counts as a full term.
Oh, my
think we-
understanding is we had consensus that it wouldn't be fair for someone to serve a month. My understanding is there was a consensus that we would establish that if you serve more than half the term, then that counts as a full term. For example, and I gave an example, let's say someone retires, dies, I don't know, leaves, 3 months before their term is up. I think you might have difficulty finding people who are going to accept that 3 months as a full term and then forego their future political aspirations.
Right.
So I thought there was consensus to change it to half a term.
That was my understanding as well.
That was my understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that right?
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I
So-
don't remember specifically saying anything about forfeiture. That was the only thing.
I think that was
Yeah.
part of the original language,
Oh, it
Angela.
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
but then if you voluntarily give it up, if you resign or forfeit, you voluntarily give it up, then that would count as a full term. That's what.
So
that-
maybe just the language needs to be cleaned up, like if someone is filling a vacant seat, because that's what we had discussed, and
Well, you would never serve a partial term if you weren't filling a vacant seat. There's no way to,
So are you talking about, for the fourth bullet, the person that resigns, that they have filled, like, in other words, let's say a commissioner is in their second term, and 1 month in, they decide, this is not for me, I'm leaving. Does that 1 month then, or make sure I understand this, that we're saying that counts for their full term?
Yes, because otherwise
No,
they
but I
could
want
turn
her to
around
say
and
it.
come back later.
I know, but I want her to say it because I want to make sure that's what we agreed on.
So the way that the draft ordinance is written, it changed the term length from 3 years to 4 years. And then in C, it says for purposes of term limits above, right, which is you cannot hold office for more than 2 consecutive terms, a person shall be deemed to have served a full term if that person serves more than half of an elective term. So the half of the elective term applies to your 2 4-year terms and term limits. Then existing in your charter currently is the provision of if you resign from or forfeit an elective office during any part of your elective term, that shall be deemed to constitute a full term. So you're looking at 2 different situations.
We didn't change that.
With respect to resignation and forfeiture, no, that's existing charter language. The only language that you changed in there was that your current charter reads during any part of a 3-year elective term, and we just struck the 3-year to say any part of a term because term is defined above.
So
Okay.
should we take, since we didn't change anything on that, do we take that out?
well, we did change the 3-year and change the language to just term. So there is a technical change there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's confusing.
It's, yeah, I think it's a bit.
Muddying the
'cause
water.
Okay,
Yeah,
I understand that. We will work on this slide to make it clearer.
Okay.
But the way the charter amendment, I did see one little, oh, no, it's not, it's fine, okay. The way it's written is the way it needs to change in the charter to be consistent, because if I don't change anything there, it still says 3-year elective term, and if we're changing it to 4, then it's not going to be consistent. So I have
Correct.
to take that language out. So I have to make the change, but we could clarify what it's doing.
I also think this slide, every other slide has a benefits section except for this one. So I think seeing a benefit, even one bullet point about why we're changing the term, or why we're changing from 3 to 4 years and clarifying term limits.
I see.
Yeah, an example, ensures continuity of leadership.
Okay.
We have a larger city, more complex projects. Continuity of leadership is important. That's just one example of a benefit. Any other
Yeah,
benefits?
no, I agree with that.
Keep it simple, that's good.
Keep it simple.
I guess I'm listening to everybody, I'm not sure I understand what y'all did. My question here is like she said, let's say I'm on my second term, and 3 months in, I decide for whatever reason, I don't want to do this anymore, and I get out. Then when the next election comes up, I say, maybe I do want to do this, so I run for office. But I shouldn't be able to, I should have to wait a year, because I've already done 2 terms
Well,
if I did 3 months.
oh,
And
that's
so,
correct.
and my question is, if, let's say, Jerry, after 3 months, decides, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to do it, and they ask me to sit in for him, well, that's more than half, so that would count as a full term. Now, if he had served 1 year and 1 day, or no, it has to be 2 years and a day, it's more than half, right? And then I sat in for the remainder of the 1 year and so many days,
Then
it
you
would
could
not
s-
count for me.
Right, then you could serve 2 more terms.
I can still serve 2 more terms.
Correct.
That has to be really clear here somewhere, because, like, we get it, but I'm not sure anybody else is going to get it.
It's taken us 20 minutes to get it, too.
And we voted for it, and we're having a hard time with it.
I'm not having a hard time.
It's just, I think, Jerry, I agree with you. I think it's just a bit muddy.
So can I just ask, do you think it's muddy as explained in the PowerPoint, or do you think it's muddy in the charter language? Because when I read the charter language and again, as a lawyer for this organization, to me, I can interpret it clearly. So I want to clarify whether or not you think the actual charter amendment language is muddy, or if the explanation in the PowerPoint.
I think the explanation needs a little more clarity to it, and I think for I mean, an attorney would get it, but the average electorate probably isn't going to get it totally. But if we can just clear it up, just a smidge, to make sure that all the commissioners really get it, you know, I think
I think we can easily do that in PowerPoint language.
that would be great. That would
yeah.
be great. I just don't want to, you know, get here and then, you know, we have this huge snag.
Right.
Less confusion, the better.
Yeah, we just, and I love the fact that Angela mentioned about that key benefit, adding it in. I think that would also kind of help with a little bit of clarity.
Very significant.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay. We understand where we're going with all that. Yeah. Thank you.
The next slide is relating to residency and age requirements.
Yeah, that's the form of government.
Correct.
Next
No,
one.
this is the age requirements for serving
Oh,
and that you didn't want to go above. Well, it's clarifying the residency requirement and why we just said continuously and 1 year as opposed to going to a 2-year or 5-year residency requirement. And then the second part is the age requirements and, you know, stating in there that we kept it at 21 and why, and then noting that one of the members wanted to raise to 25.
yeah, I think, I had no problem with the way it was written.
Yeah, no, I think this looks good.
Okay.
I want to ask a question. When you put in here, may raise constitutional concerns, there are 2 cities, Doral and Fort Pierce, that have 2-year residency, and they still have it, okay? And I think that was your issue, that it may raise constitutional concerns.
My job as a lawyer,
Okay, I know
I
the
point
potholes and the
out-
bumps, I get it.
I point out the potholes. And it's up to you and the commission if you're willing to take that risk. We just had this conversation earlier. We just point out where the considerations are, and then it's, you know, up to somebody else to make that decision. It's a risk reward. And I mean, I know how much a constitutional law challenge costs. It doesn't mean we would ever get it. Those cities clearly have not gotten it. But I'm just putting it out there. There are some other cities that have gotten it, and off the top of my head, there is case law, but I think I cited it in that memo, but I can't remember which cities have had that challenge. So,
In Florida?
yes. Those
I
are
don't
were
have any problem
challenges.
with the way it's written.
Okay, and neither will I, but like I've said before, I'm going to speak to the other side of this when we make our presentation.
And then remembering why constitutional challenge, it is of course, the cost, and Jerry, this is more for you in case I guess they bring it up. It is the cost, but also during a constitutional challenge, our charter is suspended, and then there are no residency requirements, and anybody can run. So if I'm remembering
That is
correctly.
correct.
We weighed that during our meeting, and we believed that getting that word continuously in there was important, because we really
Absolutely,
need
yeah.
that.
I agree with that, too.
Yeah.
Because we
and-
dropped that out, too.
Correct. So that was my
And who knows,
recollection of that
maybe
meeting.
after the 21st, depending on what their conversations are, they might say, you know what, maybe take up this fight. We want this fight, or we don't want this fight. I don't know what the commission's going to say, or they may say, send it back to committee and say, we really want you guys to hash this out for the next time it comes up as resolution.
We'll see
I don't
what
know.
they do.
But I'm
We
just
don't
saying,
know.
that's why you have a committee, to do
Yeah.
this stuff.
Okay. All right, we're all right with the way it is then. Okay. Next
So,
one.
This is section 20, which relates to the city manager, form of government, the supermajority, and removal, as well as the duties and responsibilities of the city manager and city commissioners.
Yeah, the supermajority, that's fine.
You still have the 4- vote in there, is that what you
Yeah,
want?
we need to update the PowerPoint, Ian. Well, you still have 4 vote on the key changes. Do you want a highlighter? Okay. Sorry, David pointed out the error and made some quick changes because I wanted you to have it by Friday. That's why we're going over it, make sure we didn't miss anything. I mean, right now, it would be 4 vote,
Yeah,
but,
the same thing.
right. Take it out? Okay.
Also,
Okay.
I pulled up your memo. It was the county, it was Sarasota County that
That's what it
struck
was.
down 2 years,
Right,
as well as City of Miami. Just
Okay.
putting it out there.
thank you.
Amendment 5, it basically does with language.
This is the modernized gender-specific language with neutral terms throughout, updates, notice and publication, and grammatical and formatting corrections.
Look good to me.
Yep.
Everybody okay?
Good?
Yes.
The language, that's just kind of, okay.
Ian, can you capitalize statutes on the left?
Okay, and then additional community observations, and that's when I'll bring out the part about we're on for a whole year.
Right, yes. And so with regarding some of these, you know, and when we go into the next meetings, when you're talking about charter reviews at least once every 10 years, I was talking about that in terms of whether or not you want to create a charter amendment that requires that, or whether you're better with it being an ordinance. So when I was talking about these, at least when that was mentioned, that's what that was referencing, that those were some of the things you wanted to continue looking at.
Is it already an ordinance?
No, it's not anywhere.
Oh,
It's nowhere. So it could be an ordinance, but if they really want, you know, it to be done, it probably is something, I think it's, Stacy, typically in a charter? It can be either or. It's, you know, that's,
Yeah,
And you'll
they could-
explain
an
that to the
ordinance would do the
commissioners,
same thing.
Shauna?
An ordinance would do the same thing, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have, but we'll mention that in the presentation. Okay. Any other
You have the
comments?
implementation timeline,
Well, that's just,
right?
yeah, right here, implementation
Yeah.
timeline.
that just tells you what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Right.
Okay,
And then
then it says,
that's your final recommendation.
yeah,
So can I make a motion that we accept the PowerPoint with the corrections as noted?
Yes.
Should we do that?
Yes. I would do the PowerPoint and the final report
And the final report? okay,
with the, as
With
we
the added
discussed.
additions and corrections that we
Correct.
just discussed?
Yes.
So I make a motion that we accept the PowerPoint and the written Charter Review Committee final report with the added corrections and additions as we just discussed.
is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Is there anybody in the public who wants to comment? Anybody in the public wishes to comment? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved, I'm good. Oh, second.
Yeah,
I have a
second.
motion second to adjourn, all in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Still the motion.
Are we're all going to be here on the 24th?
Oh. Before we adjourned, our future meetings, what do they look like? Are they monthly?
No
Once
clue.
a month? Well, it's something we probably should talk about.
I don't think is necessary for that often, because the next time anything would go on the ballot is 2 years from now,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay? And I think it'd be kind of
Premature.
premature and,
Yeah,
and
to say the
and
least.
overarching to start meeting once a month. I mean, personally, I think we probably shouldn't meet until a year from now.
So
That's my thought.
how about this? Why don't we pick a date for our next meeting? And then we can talk about frequency at that meeting, if that works for everyone.
Well,
I think
I
that's,
could talk about it right now if you want, 'cause
Can we reopen the meeting? I don't, how does
yeah,
that
can
work?
we just, can we reopen our meeting?
Yeah.
We'll call this
Sidebar?
a workshop.
A workshop?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I agree. A year from now would be fine with me.
Yeah,
Well,
So October 12th is a Monday, 2026.
sure, just remind me.
I'm going to 20.
I'm not even putting it in my calendar, I'm just telling you when it is.
I don't have my paper calendar yet for that year, so.
Can we, you want to just throw that in there and then we'll adjust
How about
it as
call
needed?
Tentative,
A tentative,
Columbus
October
Day.
12th, yeah.
October
yeah,
12th.
it is Columbus Day. We typically don't have off, but it's possible that they could,
okay, so make
Change
it the
that.
19th.
let me just check my calendar, hold on.
Well, that'd be a Sunday.
No, the 19th is a Monday, I'm looking at my
Unless the
calendar.
Yankees are in the playoffs.
I thought you said the 20th
I
was,
will-
Chair, I do want to inform you that I'm flying out on Sunday, and I won't be back until Friday. I'm flying to Utah,
oh, okay.
Well,
On what day?
the 19th, this coming
no,
Sunday.
this
no,
is
we're
a year
talking
from
No,
now.
this is a year from now.
Year from
Oh,
now.
for the October 21st
yes, for the October
presentation, he's
21st.
sharing that he won't be able to.
21st, you're not going to be
yeah.
here?
Fly out on this Sunday.
So,
Okay.
let me look.
That's okay. That's fine. Do what you have to do. We're
How
fine.
about, let's do October 14th, that's a Wednesday.
Okay?
And do you like the 5:30 time, or do we want to keep it at 6?
Let's tentatively make it for 6, and
It's all tentative.
we don't
That date
know.
is all tentative.
It's all tentative. Because we're going to have to get confirmations, or none of us are going to show up.
It's in my calendar, and there it will live
Honey, and a house in Eureka Springs.
for a year.
God willing, we'll all be here.
Yeah.
You have all you, do you have
Okay.
all you need?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
I move that our workshop be adjourned.
Thank
I
you.
approve.
Thank you, IT.